Everybody, welcome back with the Plapper. Platypus is the name, and welcome to another Persona 5 The Phantom X video. Today, we are in the weapon shop. Why are in the weapon shop? Because we're talking Wonders Daggers. Yes. So, the new event has new stuff, right? It has a new shop. So you come over here, you come down here, you come up there, you find it, you come back up down here, you come down around, you finally find it. If you go in here, there's a new shop in the bank. But what you may not know is this is not the only shop that they have added so far today. They also added, if you go into the Sinners whatever, you know, the new boss fight that they added, and you go into the missions, you are going to see this currency here, Joy Metal. Okay, can be exchanged for Wonders only 5-star weapons. Where do you actually use that? This is actually going to be in the exchange. So you go into the menu and you go into the exchange. Now, it's going to be in the Land of Fortune. So if you take a look here, we have 1,200. You cannot currently get more than 1,200. You are hard stuck at 1,200 for right now. So if you take a look at the shop and see what you can get, right? You could buy a weapon, or you could buy a piece of equipment and one of these. Do yourself a favor. Do not buy a gray casual shirt and an unknown revelation S orange. Just don't do that. Don't be silly, all right? The point of what I want to talk about today is right now you can only get one of these daggers. Apparently, in the future, they'll add more events. They'll add more of this currency. You'll be able to clear out the shop eventually, or maybe they'll keep adding stuff to it, and this will be the main way you get more daggers. I assume you'll get daggers from the next palace as well, because that's usually what they do, but maybe you just get dupes of both of these instead, and this is the way they introduce the dagger. Who knows? But the point is, you can only get one of these daggers right now, and I kind of wanted to just talk about which one you should get, because once you get one, you're locked out of the other one, to my knowledge. I haven't gotten one yet, but I will by the end of this video. So first, we have Glimmer. First, I want to say, first, both these daggers are very cool. I like them both. These are the lower levels of them. They will obviously go all the way up to max rankings, and so these numbers will get much better. But they're both cool, but they're definitely, one of them is much more useful now than the other. The other one is way more narrow, and even though I would rather have it, I just can't justify it right now. So this one, Glimmer, we have Holy Resonance. Increase attack by 28%. Already, I am a little biased against daggers that increase attack. Not that they're not good, but I don't normally deal that much attack with my Wonder anyway. Attack is still good because it increases all of the buffs of all of his personas and stuff like that. But it's not like a, whoa, this probably goes up to like 59%, like the same as the other dagger, right? But increase bless damage and healing by 11%. So this is actually better than it sounds because of the healing aspect. This makes him a much better healer. Because it increases your attack, your healing scales with your attack on all of the persona's healing abilities, and it also increases your blessing by a flat amount, or your healing by a blessed amount. So that's good. At the start of the turn, grant blessing to one ally and increase their damage by 8%. And if the target's attribute is bless, increase bless damage by 8% more. So at the end of the day, no matter who you target with this is going to give, you're going to have way more healing. You're going to be able to do a little bit more damage if you're going to actually attack. And then you're giving a random ally a blessing every turn that gives them 8% more damage. And if they're blessed, they get an additional 8% damage. So this is good, but let's be honest. This is narrow. If this is like a hybrid, this is the first hybrid dagger in the sense we have a clearly offensive focused dagger and a clearly defensive focused dagger. This is the first dagger that is a hybrid between the two. You're getting attack, but you're also getting healing, and you're getting bless stacks, and you're also buffing your allies. So it's good, but it's just a little narrow right now. If you want to really deal a bunch of damage, you're probably going to try to use the attack damage one. Maybe you would use this, but if you're trying to be a healer, you're just going to use the one that gives you more shields, because it also gives you an aura, and it also gives you flat healing, like 20% on the target. So the very fact that it gives everyone like the massive amounts of defense is better for survivability. So this dagger is a little bad. I won't say it's bad, but I'll say I like it. It's cool and it's probably good, but it's a little narrow right now. You're really going to want to guarantee you're hitting a bless style character every single turn. So this is going to be like a mono bless team, which is just something we do not have right now. Now, when we get into the Ark Knife, this is one that I think is better than it reads. Increase attack 28%. I think that's actually 1% less, isn't it? Are they both 28%? Okay, they're both 28%. So this probably goes up again to like the 59%, I think, of whatever the current Sunfire dagger is. After inflicting an elemental ailment, increase attack by 10% for 2 turns. That is not irrelevant, but that is a pretty boring line of text. I don't care about inflicting. I care about inflicting ailments. I do not care about increasing my attack by 10%, personally. But increase elemental ailment accuracy 15%. Now we're talking. Elemental ailments are pretty easy to land, but just getting them guaranteed to land is also pretty good in general. And then when you land it, you get more attack. There's obviously personas that this is better with than others, but overall, this is pretty good. And elemental accuracy is going to work really, really well with the current banner of Vino and Makoto. This is a dagger that's really good for them. Also really good with a lot of electricity characters. When attacking a foe, you decrease the target's defense by 4.5% for 2 turns. Increase this effect for each of the target's elemental ailments. So if they up to 4, if they have 4 elemental ailments, you're gonna get almost 20% defense down. And this doesn't target on only the main target. This will be AoE, bro. And I believe I looked it up, or sorry, my buddy Kage looked it up. This goes up to 9%, so it doubles, which means this is going to be what, 9, 18, 27, 36% defense down AoE. And also it might actually be, it might actually stack 5 times, because it doesn't stack. It doesn't say it stacks 4 times. I just don't know until I actually use it. But because it does at 4.5%, that's number 1. And then it's improved for each elemental ailment. So if they have 0, it'll still do 4.5. And then if they have 1, it should do double. So I'm thinking this actually goes up to 5 stacks, not the 4 stacks. So that's honestly just pretty darn good. And the elemental ailment accuracy is good. Those could be really annoying to land, and they're all pretty good in general. This dagger is still doesn't blow my mind at how good it is. However, this kind of turns your Wonder into a budget Rin, right? If you have Rin, she does the AoE defense down, then the AoE damage up on enemies. She's definitely better at that job. But you can just have a dagger equipped that lets you kind of do that. So you do an AoE attack. You apply some sort of ailment to all the enemies, and then they're all going to get a defense down. And if you have something like Makoto, you even have something like, you know, the lightning team, you could easily get all these stacks really easily, get a huge defense down. And I like this dagger. So I myself am going to be taking the Ark Knife. Buy it, even though there is a large part of me that does want Glimmer, because I like the Bless team. I run Yuki. I run my team for Fox is Yuki, Minami. What the hell is her name? Marion, Fox, Wonder, right? So that's the team that I'm typically running, and this would be really good for that team. But honestly, that team cares more about shields anyway and defense. So even in that team, it's still not ideal. We need something that really cares. We need a unit that cares that I have this dagger, which I bet they're coming pretty soon, honestly, because they're putting it in the shop here. But absolutely, I think you're going to want to pick up the Ark Knife. We'll talk about it later if we should be picking up the shards for it, or if we want to pick up the second dagger. I'm guessing by the time we can afford the shard, we're going to want to pick up the dagger first and then come back and get the shards for the Ark Knife. That is my guess, but we will reevaluate that when it comes out. But because this is such a limited thing, you can only get one or the other. I don't want people accidentally picking up the Glimmer Knife because they just pick one. They assume they'll be able to get more currency. They assume they'll be able to clear out the shop, because you can clear out most of the shops in the game when you try. But yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, much love for Platypus. For Platypus, I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye!
Watch the views go up. Content king, never down, always showing